what could I do about super mutants? And I thought, what about Marcus, the super mutant that meets you in Jacobstown in New Vegas?
Now, I completely forgot his name.
Really?
It's been a while, yeah.
Cool.
I haven't gone to Jacobstown since, like, my first or second playthrough.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Marcus is an elderly super mutant and the sheriff of Broken Hills. It's a mining town in the western part of Nevada. It was a haven for human, ghouls, and super mutant in a relative harmony.
Huh.
And he's the mayor of Jacobstown in 2281. After the Master's defeat, he wandered the wastes looking for fellow super mutants. He encountered a Brotherhood paladin named Jacob in 2185. He pledged himself to exterminate all mutants. They fought for days with guns and fists. Eventually gave up and because they couldn't get an advantage on one another. Eventually realized that the pointlessness of their fighting, broke down and started to laugh, and began a strong friendship. They started to travel together.
Man, that's kind of how we became friends, just shooting at each other.
Yeah. They started to travel together, over the Unity, which is the Master's plan to turn everyone into super mutants and kind of go forth, and the Brotherhood's doctrine, and if the Master actually could neurolink his biology to the Cathedral's computer network. Other refugees kind of from that war attached themselves onto Marcus and Jacob, thinking that Marcus's strength and Jacob's power armor was the closest thing to safety. In the same year of 2185, they founded Broken Hills. The Chosen One helped expose an anti-mutant conspiracy in Broken Hills. Marcus then helped him find the Gek. After that, Marcus went back to Broken Hills.
Okay, this is all in, this is like the Fallout 2 timeline, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Broken Hills eventually ran out. They ran dry of uranium. They were mining uranium.
Oh, wait, that's why they had the super sledges, right?
I don't know.
Because they were I think I read this on one of the wiki pages, not to be confirmed, but they were using the super sledges and power fists in the uranium mines, but they would only send super mutants because they couldn't be affected by the radiation.
Huh.
I think I read that in one of the wiki pages, just like from browsing. But yeah.
Sure.
It's cool as shit, right?
That's really cool, yeah. Well, it eventually ran dry, and the entire town was deserted by the people that lived inside of it. Eventually, he reached the Mojave and founded a community for super mutants on top of Black Mountain. This fell apart when Tabitha rallied less intelligent, Enclave-created mutants against Marcus and forced him and his supporters out of the area. Now, this is something I never thought of. There are two types of super mutants. There are super mutants that are made by the Master and his FEV vaults, and then there is Enclave super mutants.
The ones that suck.
The ones, yeah. Like, I never put, like... I just thought a super mutant is a super mutant.
Don't ever judge a book by its cover, man.
I guess, but still.
Because the far west super mutants are smart as fuck.
But there's two different types there. There's super mutants that are smart super mutants because they're people that were turned into mutants, and then there is... super mutants that were by the Enclave that were just idiots because they I think it's the Master wanted Vault 13, I believe, or he at least wanted the Vault Dweller from 1 because he was so untouched by radiation that it would have given him a better, smarter, more, because I'm pretty sure the FEV is military made, and they wanted to give it to soldiers, turn them into super soldiers.
They wanted to do a Captain America, but fucked up.
Yeah. By 2181, Marcus has found Mount Charleston, founded another safe haven for mutants, named it Jacobstown after his old friend. He helps protect schizophrenic Nightkin and hopes to find a cure with help from former Enclave scientist Dr. Henry.
There's a lot more there than I remember.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here's some fun facts about Marcus. Outside of the Legion, Marcus is one of 4 characters to refer to Caesar as Kaiser.
Huh.
It's Marcus, Easy Pete, Follows Chalk, and Salt Upon Wounds.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. There must have been some previous affiliation for that to happen, right?
I think the correct way to say Caesar in like that old-timey Roman thing is
Yeah.
Caesar. And I think Marcus doesn't, I have it right here. He's the most intelligent super mutant in the entire franchise and would much rather fight, or much rather talk out his differences than fight. He's smarter than Fox.
And Fox is on the
Fox
scale
is a
of
fucking genius.
yeah, on the scale of super mutants, he's pretty damn smart.
He's also the only mutant in New Vegas, the only super mutant in Vegas that has a unique facial model.
Oh.
I guess he's the only one that doesn't use a leather strap to hold up his lips.
I never even noticed that.
Yeah, he always looked weird to me. Looks a little Shrekish.
A little Shrekish.
But here's another thing that I never thought.
But that makes sense because of like the strain of super mutant that he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the Fallout 1 super mutants. I know the one you meet in Necropolis has it. So, and he's an idiot. I forget
Yeah.
his name, but he's an idiot. And then, I don't remember if you talked to any others directly in... Well,
What about Lily?
she has it.
She has
She
it?
has a...
The smiley bit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fucking leather strap.
Yeah.
So here's something I never thought of with races. I never thought that Fallout had races.
Huh.
Like, I always just thought it was, you're a human or you're a not.
I guess, yeah.
So there's intelligent races. There are alien, beast lord, dwarf, ghoul, human, humanoid robot, mole miner, super mutant, swamp folk, synth, and FEV mutant.
Can we roll back the tape a little bit?
Yeah.
Dwarf?
Yeah, there's dwarves in Fallout 2. I don't know if that was like an Easter egg where you found something that was like a D&D dwarf, or they were just small people.
I mean, Alien, of course, Zedans.
Well, there's been aliens in the game since the first one.
Since the beginning, yeah. Mole Miners are 76. Mm-hmm. What was that one?
Humanoid robots?
That's like a Nick Valentine.
I don't. Well, he's a synth. I think that's more of like
Like a-
Soltron or something.
Okay. Or
Yeah.
like Robo Brain, they kind of have arms.
Maybe
That's more of just a robot. What would FEV mutant be like?
FEV mutant is a different type of mutant. There's a super mutant and there's an FEV mutant. So an FEV mutant I think is more like an East Coast mutant.
Okay, like the centaurs and shit, like the gross stuff.
Maybe it is that. I don't fucking know. It was like I never thought of a super mutant as being, because I'm sorry. Yes, it is a centaur. There's super mutant, and then there's masters mutant, or they're called Mariposa mutants because they were made at Mariposa
And better.
for the master, and they're better.
They're just better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's two types, and then for unintelligent, we have abominations, feral ghouls, ghost people, lobotomites, marked men, scorched, spore carriers, and the trogs.
Lobotomite!
I'm gonna get there.
You'll get there.
I'm gonna get there. I know what it's from, but I'm gonna get there.
Dick fingers.
It's penis fingers.
I know, but dick fingers just rolls off the tongue way better.
The guy who calls you that, his voice actor,
Professor Mobius.
Mobius is Dr. Venture from the Venture Brothers.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned that at some point in the past. Not sure if it was on the show or not.
I probably told you. That's really all I have for the lore.
That was chock full of though.
It was all right.